Oh, it just now started. And it is freezing here beside the river. I thought it was cold when I went out earlier, but it's actually freezing. I mean, it's probably not freezing. Probably only upper 30s. Oh, that? It's like a sled dog. Or she's kicking herself off now, but the dog was kind of, let's see, she looks like she can get herself to roll. And then the dog just kind of keeps pulling her along. That's pretty cool.
Can you imagine? No.
I wonder what all of these have like white berries on them. It's kind of weird. I don't think they have berries in the summer. They don't have any leaves right now, but they have berries. Trying to zip my coat up more. I might put my hood on soon because my head is a bit chilly. And there's some trees up there that like are just barely hanging on. You can see where the dirt is washed away and the half of the roots are just hanging out. That is pretty steep there. Hello. Cool. Mostly it's for me also. There's a highway over that way a little bit. I bet the phone doesn't pick up the traffic. It's still peaceful though. It's kind of cold out today, so there's not really any other people here. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's 4:30 or 3:30 p.m. here. 3:30 p.m. So there's still like an hour of daylight left. Let's see. So you're in Europe, I guess. I'm not actually sure where is 9 hours. Nice. It's pitch black there. Yeah, I'm sure, since you're like, aren't you in like Michigan or something? Like basically East Coast here. Here you can see the river good. What am I doing after the walk? I need to go to the store and buy some food. And then go home and there's some stuff I need to get done, and then maybe play Overwatch this evening. Minnesota. Okay, well, I thought you used to be in Michigan, but I mean, Minnesota's close also, so I still got close. And close, same area of the country. Cool. Yeah, it's only gonna be, the sunsets is, I think sunset is in like 50 minutes, so. Ah, nice. Yeah, I used to live in Eastern time. Oh, I see. Cool. Oh, for that Thanksgiving, I guess, probably. Hope you're having a nice time. I used to have more countries memorized in Europe. Mostly I just memorized like what time it was different than me, and then when I moved from Eastern time to Pacific time, it only changed 3 hours, but still I just had, I guess, the numbers in my head. If I remember right, UK is in a time zone mostly by itself, and then I would assume Netherlands and Germany and stuff more east is all in the same time zone, but I'm not actually sure. Oh yeah, it's late for you. All right. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I hope you have a nice sleep and a nice day tomorrow. I don't think I've ever heard them. I don't really listen to much music. Like outside of Beat Saber, I don't hear much music. I live more in town. I used to listen to music in the car. And I live more in town, and usually when I'm driving now, it's just short distances in traffic, and I don't really want to listen to music while I'm driving through like traffic. It's more distracting. I used to do a lot more like highway driving. Here's a little mini creek that runs into the deathcore. Oh, I see. So not really my type of music either. Is probably why I hadn't heard them also. There's a little mini creek that runs into the river. Like, I'm actually not sure what deathcore is, but it sounds like some type of metal, and I don't really like metal. Like, it can be okay. I don't like screamo metal. Some metal can be, or like hard rock or whatever, I don't know, aggressive sounding stuff. I don't know how to describe it. Is kind of okay, and some of it gets on my nerves after a while. Not that I think it's bad, I just don't personally like it, usually. Oh, it's freaking cold out here. That's why there's not very many people on this trail. Oh, here the river it like drops off right there at the edge. Like, it didn't wash the trail away, but it's like 5 feet from the edge. So they fenced off part of the trail. It's been like that for a while. Well, as long as I've ever been on this trail. Oh, also, hi, Dirty Bubble. Sometimes yeah, I knew it. Well, I didn't think it was exactly a genre. Just, yeah. Because you have, like, actual genres, and then you have, oh, I see. Oh, it's mostly, like, people, maybe, that... Well, I mean, I'm sure there's people like me that just don't know what's a genre and what's not. And I'm just trying to figure out what to call it. Not actually trying to make fun of it, but probably however it came up with was people that didn't like metal with screaming. So they called it screamo. It's probably definitely, sounds like could be how it started. I wasn't sure if screamo was an actual genre or just I don't mind metal as much that is music. I just don't really like the screaming. So it is a good way to say that you don't like screaming metal, but you don't really mind, just the music. If there's, like, say, I've listened to some metal with no lyrics. Some of it eventually gets on my nerves. If I'm, listening to it for, like... I mostly enjoy it for a while. I remember there was a baking stream that I did a few months ago when I started listening to metal. And it was fun for about 45 minutes. And then it just I wanted to listen to something more chill. And I don't mind the lower pitch screaming as much. If you get too much really high pitch screaming metal, it's just harder to listen to, at least for me personally. But yeah, I kind of thought screamo probably wasn't an actual... just it being called screamo makes it sound like it's not a... that would be a bit of a strange name for an actual genre. There are genres that seem pretty strange name-wise, but, screamo does sound like more of something people just made up to, like, make fun of it or whatever. This is what I need. I want a scooter like that. And, Uh-oh. It cut out for just a minute. Shouldn't be walking that far away from any towers. It's weird that the bit rate's lower. Yeah, I want a scooter like that, and then I can just go. If I don't want to go bike riding, I thought about going bike riding today. It's a little bit cold though. If I didn't want to go bike riding, I can just cruise down a trail like this on my scooter. Huh. I guess this was not cutting out. It only did for a few seconds. It's just kind of low FES. Seems like Verizon's not very good. There's a T-Mobile tower on a building in front of me that I can see, but my hotspot seems to be being slow for some reason. Even though I'm really close to one. Yeah. I mean, I guess there is, like, probably overall most people like pop music. Like, there's some people that don't like pop music, but I mean, it is popular. That's mostly what you hear in stores and stuff. So I guess metal and EDM are more, I was gonna say kind of any kind of music is some people like it and some people don't, but there are kinds, I guess, that more people, more broadly like. EDM and metal and stuff is probably more specific. I can't talk. It's like, I like EDM, but it seems like most people either really like EDM or they freaking just hate it. Kind of the same way with metal. There's not a lot of it's kind of like, people that where they kind of like it but not too much. Seems like metal's kind of like that too. Most people that like metal, they really like metal, and if they don't, they mostly hate it. I don't know. I mostly just don't like it. I don't hate it, but I mean, sometimes I actually enjoy listening to it. There's, I guess, certain kinds of metal maybe that I just almost all the time dislike. Let's see, 347. I guess I should turn around and head back the other way. Back towards where I started. I'll have enough time to get back down there, assuming I'll walk the same speed and it not be too dark. I'm gonna stop here though and restart my. There's not as good a service back there. I walked through, and my T-Mobile hotspot's not working, and I need it for the stream to look good. I'm gonna stop here for a second and let it restart. Oh, this right over here is a off-leash dog park. Oh, now I'm ultra wide, so it shouldn't struggle. Okay, now I'm back on Wi-Fi. Well, it tried. Go ahead and walk back the other way. I need a better hotspot. This one works fine if it's USB, but if I have it, for some reason it doesn't work good at all. If I'm streaming on my phone instead of Bella Box, and I'm having to use this Wi-Fi. It doesn't feel hot, so I don't think it's overheating. You see, there's a nice off-leash dog park here. Well, it's not like a super nice one, but it's basically a field they put gravel in to keep it from getting muddy. And it's fenced in. But I mean, it's nicer than not having an off-leash dog park. Put my glove back on real quick. Ooh. Sorry, chat. Well, it's back using Wi-Fi, but it still seems really, really, really slow. Like a teacher. Alright, yeah, I figured you probably would if you're visiting people. Hey, bye, Fury Bubble. It was nice talking to you again. And I had a good Thanksgiving. I've already eaten too much food, but it's been nice. The whole weekend's been nice too. I'll see you later. I hope you have a nice rest of your, visit there. Oh, why doesn't this thing want to use the Wi-Fi for internet? Oh, the doggo's running around out there, having a fun time. Over there. It's a pretty nice day because it's not raining. It is cold, but it's so dry today. The trail is mostly dried off, or it's not damp, which is for the winter. Doesn't happen a huge amount here. And there's some like blue sky in between the clouds and stuff, so pretty nice day. Oh, the thing's working again. Here, I should plug the thing up to battery so it doesn't overheat. Well, it was working again, and it cut off. It's fine. Verizon's holding it steady anyways this stream. I've gotten by the part over there where it was cutting out. It didn't drop the bit rate as much this time. Going back this way. Kind of weird, but it didn't. That's a lot of vines growing up that tree. Like all the way up to the dang top. Or all those trees. Switch this camera. Don't really like this pointing my phone right at people when they're walking by and stuff. This is a nice doggo coming by though. Those trees have a bunch of vines all on them also. pretty, the river's kind of almost has kind of rapids in it down there. Right where it goes around that curve. You can see down the river a little bit. That way also. This creek dries off in the summer. But it has at least a little bit of water running down it now. bunch of like fir trees, or whatever those are, along here, and ferns and stuff. Caution slide area. Definitely a slide area. Like, see, this right here is definitely a slide area. There's like trees up there just barely hanging on. I don't think I'd want to walk here when it's super windy, because it'd be more likely that it would be. There's like a lot of dirt here. It looks pretty new. Like there's always, I guess, more little slides. But really windy would make it more likely that a whole tree would like blow down and like fall over the area. Or rainy. Yeah, hi, red tree. Yeah, rainy would probably make this stuff way more likely to fall also. It'd be hazardous. I hope you're having a nice day, red tree. It's been, man, this winter has been really rainy. It finally didn't rain yesterday and hasn't rained today. It's cold, but it's not rainy. So, it doesn't actually feel that cold for how cold it is. Probably like upper 30s or something. I'm good. I hadn't gone outside on a walk. Well, I did 2 days ago, and then it had been like a week or something because it had been raining. So I wanted to go outside on a little bit of a walk before it got dark. So there's a big area back there, and it's kind of not a slide, and another area where you can see the rocks where all the dirt slid away. Yeah, it's a little cold. It's like probably upper 30s. I went on a walk in this like valley beside the river, and I think it's especially cold compared to not in the valley. Here's a marsh that's beside the river. I'm almost back to where I started to stream. There is a railroad trestle on down this way with a super, super pretty view of the river. I want to walk down to it, but I don't know if I'll have good enough cell service for the stream to stay up. Especially my hotspot won't work today. It keeps connecting, disconnecting, so I'm only streaming on one provider. So it's even less likely that'll work. But I'll try. Cool. Alrighty. I hope you have a nice dog walk. I used to take our dog here sometimes. It's a nice place for a dog walk. There's a dog park back that I walked by earlier. Well, I think going outside on walks is nice, so that's probably a good thing. As long as it's not too horribly cold or something, you freeze. Yep, you too. Oh, here. Bye, Red Tree. Yep, see ya. It's nice talking for a few minutes. I probably won't go that much longer anyways. Oh, here's another like pond. It's like it doesn't look like there's beavers here anymore, but it's definitely what used to be, I think, a beaver dam. It is kind of washing away over here at the side more where the water's. Actually, there's a place where it can just go around that log now. It might be becoming less of a dam. Anyways, I got my hotspot working again for right now, so I'm gonna try to make it down to the trestle and show the next trestle. If I was gonna stop around now anyway, so if stream dies, I will just go ahead and end it. Because if it's either walk down to the trestle or just stop here. So I guess I'll see if I have a. Oh, there's some kind of birds over here. See if stream will stay up enough to make it down there. Oh, they're ducks. At least that looks like a duck. I think the lighting is better on this camera, the zoomed in one. It is starting to get dark, so it's having to do more, it looks lighter on stream than it does to me. Oh, I guess it is about like 5 minutes to sunset. So maybe it has an easier time. This zoomed in one has the optical image stabilization and stuff turned on. So it might have other lighting stuff also that it uses that the other one doesn't. Hi, fish. I'm good. How are you? Just watching these ducks or whatever they are swim around. A few of them look white. So I don't know if there's some other kind of bird. You can see some dead lily pads also. This area has a lot of lily pads. Yeah, same here. It's like probably upper 30s. I'm in a valley beside the river, and it's... Oh yeah, because it's super drafty, I bet. And like every room doesn't stay the same temperature, so probably parts of it's warm, parts of it's colder. Yeah, my house I lived in when I lived in Tennessee before I moved up here, parts of it was like 100 years old. It definitely had no insulation on the floor. Like when it got down into the like teens outside, you had to wear shoes. Yeah, mine was like that. Mine wasn't that drafty either. It didn't have central heat, but I, used a different... I don't know. Is the internet actually dying now? I want to try to stream down to this railroad trestle, but I don't know if I'm going to have good enough internet to. The river looks really nice down here. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Oh, I see. I have enough bandwidth that latency is just on the freaking crap, so it can't it's too high. Oh, so it just heats up one room and then the heat spreads around the house. Yeah, it's going good. Here, let me restart it at a lower resolution real quick, because I think it's going gray part of the time, isn't it? At least I think. Yeah, my old house, I didn't have central heat. I had a 240 volt heater that was like in the kitchen area, and then a few 120 volt space heaters that I used in the like outside rooms. Hello. It's growing white instead of gray. I cut it off there. I was switching it to 720p to see if that would help. I'm getting like over a megabit of internet, but the latency keeps jumping up to like 300 ms, and I guess 300 ms is just too much for it to, at least with the buffer I have, too much for it to really do the It does. I don't think it's turning gray or white or whatever anymore, going by at least what this app is telling me. My T-Mobile hotspot just all of a sudden got fast again. Maybe well, I say that and then it craps out. I just wanted to get down here. It's a really nice river view. I thought if it was good enough quality that you could actually see it, it'd be nice to see. Man, it's so low FPS though. I'll switch it off where it's not using the zoom. My phone's lagging out. I guess trying to do the keep. I don't know what kind of processing it does to throttle the. Uh-oh. Anyway, I'll go back to where I have better service. It seems to definitely not be happy here. Yeah. Yeah, if it's either in stream or see if I had good enough service to come up here, because I really thought it was a 50-50 chance that it would work or not. So I figured I'd stream a little bit longer and try to show. I'm like right on the side of the highway, but like back that way, down that valley, it's just almost like a mountain river view. River views like why is it just struggling? I should have enough internet for it to be stable now. It's just like it has the bitrate, it's just not throttling. It's trying to send more than it should with the bitrate that it has. It's weird. This app is like freaking, I'm not sure sometimes about it. This little park has some picnic tables around and stuff. It's nice trees. I've been live for an hour already? Dang. I guess that makes sense. I figured I had about an hour until it got dark. And it is starting to get dark. Oh, look at all these branches laying around. I think these are all branches they haven't picked up from the cyclone. Because, I mean, it came out of this tree. I've never seen this many branches this all around here. They're scattered all over the place. I was almost wondering if there'd be trees down on that trail, but I didn't see any. I wonder why some of the picnic tables are gone. Last time I came here, there were more. They take the grills up in the winter. Maybe some of the tables they're replacing with new ones or something, and they took them up. Well, I'll go over here. There's another nice river view. Oh, wait, I forgot. Wait, you've actually been here, Fish, I think. Cause this is the place we went to try to see the salmon. Yeah. The first place we went to where we couldn't see any. We never went on the trail. The trail I walked on is just back behind those trees. It goes along the tree line back there. Oh, you can see a little bit of the pink clouds or the sunset. Right there through the trees. My hand was in the way. Hi. Well, I can't do any more walking because it's starting to get dark. I guess I should stop. I was gonna go to Costco and buy some food. So I could keep streaming while I drive to Costco. If that sounds compelling and you want to watch it. Other than that, I guess I might as well stop. It feels so much warmer in here already because my car is still warmer from earlier. Oh, look. I'm not dumb today. I didn't put my hood on, so maybe I am dumb because my ears were a little bit cold, but I wore my down jacket. My car says 45. I went out earlier and said it was 43, and it feels colder than then, so I assumed it was upper 30s, like probably like 38 or 39. Yeah. I had just these really thin gloves on, so my hands are a little bit cold. Other than my ears are a little bit cold and my hands, I'm comfortable. Yeah, I really haven't actually gotten cold this winter too much. I haven't gone out as much. Like, I haven't gone out in the rain because before I would go out in non-ideal times where I would rather not, but I needed to take the dog on a walk. So now I can just be choosy and just only go out on the nicer days. But also, he would stop to sniff stuff so much. If I took him out and it was 45, as cold as today, even with this jacket, I'd just freeze solid because I'd just be like standing around half the time, just not like making any heat. So, I've noticed that because I've been going on walks still to try to just keep my leg better and stuff and get exercise. And I stopped going on walks at first when he died, and then I missed going on walks, so I've started again. But I get noticeably less cold actually just being able to like walk as fast as I want to instead of walking for 10 feet and then stopping while he sniffs, and then walking for 10 more feet and then stopping while he sniffs and stuff like that. So basically, this winter has been much more enjoyable than last winter was nicer because it's been way more rainy this winter, but for how bad the weather has been, it hasn't been bad, is what I mean. Like, I like taking him on walks, but I would freeze sometimes. So as far as cold, I don't hate the cold as much since I don't have to get out in it as much. Because like DoorDashing in the cold doesn't bother me at all. Because I'm getting back in the car some and I'm in restaurants. It's just if I would take him on a hour-long walk and I was just literally standing still half the time, I would just freeze. It was just, like too much. Well, I don't really have any reason not to, so I guess I'll just keep streaming while I drive to Costco. It'll take I'm trying to adjust this thing where it's less off the dash. It's a nice view of my cracked windshield that I have. There we go. And I have TTS, so I don't have to try to look at my phone to read chat. Also, sometimes I don't like talking, just like sometimes I don't like listening to music driving in traffic, but there's no traffic here this weekend. Like, it's like way less traffic than normal. Everybody's just hanging out at home while they're off work, or they all went out of town or something. Yeah. No, it's like exceptionally less crowded. It might cut out here because it's bad service, but I'll be back in a minute if it does. I'm going down the road to turn around. You can't turn left out of where I parked. Well, there's a no left turn sign, but also you usually just can't get turned out. So, I just, because there's too much traffic going both ways, so it's like hard to get there's no left turn sign, but even if you're not supposed to, it'd be hard to watch the traffic both ways and turn out to how busy it is and not freaking drive out in front of someone. So I always just turn around down here. The problem is this is the bad cell phone area. That's why I was mentioning it. Literally never ending cars for as far as I can see. Okay, cool. It's cool. My wrists don't bother me at all today. Or 15 or whatever. I have it set where it can do between 15 and 60. So if it's really struggling, it throttles down to 15 FPS usually until it gets more bandwidth. Yeah, I actually kind of considered flying again today, but that might actually be too much. Flying for 5 hours yesterday and more today, especially if I went like 3 or 4 hours. And I wanted to go on a walk, so I thought I would just do a nice chill walking stream. And maybe stream Beat Saber tomorrow or something. Daryl's coming back tonight also. I think she's planning on being here in like 4 hours or something. Yeah, I have been wanting to play City Skylines some more. So that wouldn't be bad at all. I also signed up, I told someone, I haven't figured out a time yet because I'm not sure when, I haven't told anyone a time yet because I haven't a time yet because I'm not sure what time I would be home from the walk in the store, but I told someone I would play Overwatch tonight also. I could stream Overwatch if he doesn't mind. That would be really fun. Like, just play Step Mania downstairs or something. That's a good combination with Beat Saber also. Like, you're using arms of the bar, but that's not hurting your wrists and stuff, and not really... It's different muscles also than playing Beat Saber, or at least it seems like it to me, mostly. Because you're holding, the way they're behind you and you're holding yourself up. Yeah. I had thought about trying to, because I set up the Steam Deck to do baking streams, I had thought about trying to set up Stepmania on it, because I believe it works on Linux. I was looking at it the other day. But I mean, she'll have the laptop. Well, she has it with her, so I'd have the laptop again. We would when she gets back anyways, and it's already installed. But I had thought about that when she was in New Mexico doing a Stepmania stream on the Steam Deck, because I'm pretty sure it would work just fine as long as the program's actually made for it. I mean, it probably work fine if I could get the Windows one to run, because a lot of those games it runs are Windows ones. That I'm just not sure how to actually do that, because I've never tried. Or if you actually can in desktop mode. Okay, cool. I was thinking I looked and they did, but I couldn't remember for sure because that was like a month ago at this point. I guess it was, yeah. Really nice sunset view of me driving this way. I love the sunsets here. Like the whole sky just lights up. I'm used to living in the mountains, you know, before I moved here, and not like living at a place near the ocean, like where it's just flat, so you get some of those like sunsets like you do out in the plains and stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, I figured you probably get really nice sunsets there also, since you're like right on the coast. But like, you don't get sunsets where you can see this much of the sky lit up, because it's always, like back where I grew up, it's always the sun's setting behind a mountain. It's not setting just below the horizon, because you can't see the like horizon. There's like a mountain in the way. Oh yeah. And I remember the first time I ever went out to like Colorado, like the sunsets you see in like South Dakota or Kansas or something, it's just crazy because it's flat mostly, and I had never seen, like, I saw some cool sunsets, and then I came out here and I'm like, whoa, they're cool like that here also. I think they're even nicer here, but like the plains where it's like really flat is the only thing else I've ever seen that's comparable to what these look like. So it's kind of funny. I never thought about that really that much, but like living here, I still think about it all the time when I see sunsets. I'm just like, dang, this is cool. This is a funky sunset because there's not a mountain in the way. This car, I was trying to let them over, and they were just braking the same time I was braking. Now they're slowing down, like way below the speed limit. never get up early enough to see sunrises. Although I don't think, there's some pretty steep mountains pretty close to where we live. I actually don't think the sunrises here are quite as nice as the sunsets because they're blocked by the mountains like the sunsets where I grew up. Isn't Wildcat Canyon the place you were talking about going bike riding at? I think that was, unless I'm getting the names mixed up. Okay, that's what I thought. That'd be pretty cool. I guess you're talking about at the top, like at the very top of the hill, so you would be up, so the hill wouldn't be blocking it, so you'd be able to see over to like the next mountains or whatever. Okay. I couldn't remember the road. I looked, because part of that road had Google Street View that you were talking about us riding, and I looked at the parts that had Street View. It looked like most of it was on the west side of the hill, like, and not up on the crest. But, I didn't know if it went up higher. So if you're just talking about that, where it'd be cool seeing it come over, like, the hill, or if you can actually hike up where you're at the top. Or ride up. I don't think the whole road had Street View. Oh, I see. Okay. Huh. Yeah, so you probably have, if there's only one more mountain really, and then it's like lower elevation or flat or something, you might have a lot nicer sunsets, or sunrises than we do. Because sunsets are probably pretty close because it's just the ocean. But here, the sunrises, you have the Cascades, which are pretty high up. Like, keeping the sun from shining, like, you know, blocking the sun mostly. So, similar to, like, where I grew up, you would always have sunrise or sunset. You'd have a mountain blocking it, because I lived in between mountains. Like, basically, in a valley in between mountains. Or it wasn't really a valley, it was just, lower lands, like before the mountains, like on the edge of where the mountains started, like kind of a valley going up between them. So I don't think the sunrises are near as nice as the sunsets. I don't think the sky lights up like this for as long, because there's an entire mountain range that blocks them. Oh, okay, yeah, so you'd have, like, if they're more sporadic, you'd have places in between the hills where the sun can just shine through and stuff, so you'd get those, like, longer sunrises, I guess, where the sky lights up, you know, way beforehand when it comes over the horizon, because there's no mountain blocking it. That seems pretty cool. Cool. Yeah, so you can probably see some really nice sunrises. Seems like probably about on par with the nice sunsets. Sounds like a cool thing to do. But like, is the summer and winter, are they both solstice? Or is one, because I think it's a summer solstice. Is the winter, are you talking about like in a few weeks, whenever it is, where it's the shortest days? I actually don't remember if they both have different names, or if you're talking about in June when it's the longest day of the year. Okay. They're both the same. I was thinking they're both the same. There's another name, because the solstice is when winter and summer starts, I think, and it's also the longest and shortest day of the year. Like, isn't it first day of winter plus shortest day, and first day of summer and longest day? And then there's another name for when fall and spring and fall starts. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And the winter one, I don't remember. Oh yeah, equinox. Okay. I remember this better than I normally do, because the Farrell was talking about it. She thought, I think, when fall started that would be the solstice, and then was confused about what solstice and equinox was. And read about it. And I couldn't remember that fall and spring were called equinox. All I remembered was solstice and that. And didn't even remember that equinox was even a freaking thing. You want to back out, car? You can right here if you want. Okay, I guess I don't want to. They have their backup lights on, but people do that a lot here also. They put their backlight up lights on and then decide they're, I guess, doing something else and like looking at their phone, and then they sit there forever even when you're trying to let them out, so you never actually know if they're trying to back up or if they're texting somebody. And I thought Costco later in the day like this, it would start being, if I start being less busy, but this looks freaking horrible. I should have went the other way, because I think the parking lot's full. Like, literally full. We're pretty close to it. I better just go down here. I didn't think it'd be full, so I was gonna park closer up to the door, but I think I'll be lucky to find a space way out here. I have regrets. I think it's actually full. Looks like there's people waiting on people to back out so they can take their spaces. Like there's a traffic jam down to the left of people waiting on people. Oh, wait, here's a space right here. Did someone pull out and just nobody else? Oh, they did, I guess. Well, this is going to suck. The whole parking lot's full. Like, it's gonna be a mosh pit in there. I only need to get like 2 things. I just, I don't normally go to Costco when I only need like 2 or 3 things, but, it wasn't that far away, and wouldn't spend that much gas, and would save me about as much money as my time is worth, like, as I can, like, you know, take like 45 minutes to run by here and save me about 45 minutes of money. But since DoorDash has been dead the last 2 weeks, where I can't even make that good of money, if I can save that much, just like if I could go work for 45 minutes. So, I figured it was like no reason to go spend more money on the stuff at the grocery store if I don't have to, if I have the time to come by here. Even if it's not a especially lucrative visit, still worthwhile. But yeah, I guess I'll stop stream and go mosh my way through the store. Maybe it won't be that bad. I've been here one other time when the parking lot was completely full, and it wasn't bad. It depends on the day. It depends on how angry people are. If they're all like kind of being patient and waiting around each other, or if they go into like rage mode because they don't want to walk around all the people. I guess I'll see what a, you know, holiday weekend, Saturday afternoon is like. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, Fish, about the sunrises and sunsets and all kinds of stuff. I guess I'm gonna go home, and I probably won't stream again tonight. I already told someone I was gonna play Overwatch. I don't know how long we'd play or when I'll play exactly, but I don't think I'd stream that unless he just wants to play with me and be on stream. But I guess there's a slight chance I might play some kind of pancake game or something tonight, but probably won't stream again today. I'll probably try to stream Beat Saber tomorrow evening. So I'm one of Errol's old friends that I have never met is in town, and we're gonna hang out with him a few hours tomorrow afternoon before, and then take him to the airport. We're like driving to Seattle to pick him up, and then I think we're gonna go on a hike because he likes hiking, and then take him to the airport for his flight. So I'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon, but I don't have anything planned for tomorrow evening. And work is still freaking dead, so I'll wait a few more days before I try to work, or I just like, at some point it gets where you don't make, if it dies really bad, you end up, if you can make any money, it's not much more than what you spent on gas driving around, so there's no point. So I might as well just stream or something until it picks back up next week. I had a day like that a few weeks ago. Usually Sunday nights are really busy, and I had a Sunday night where I worked 3 hours and I made $16. It was like probably the worst day I've ever had. Any other day when it's that bad, I'd just like give up and go home. But since it was a Sunday night, I wanted to make more money that week for that like paycheck when I would get paid. I was really trying to hoping it would pick up. So I made $16 in 3 hours. But I also drove around into different areas trying to see if I would get orders. And so I probably ended up spending like half that $16 in gas. So it was like ridiculous. Yeah, so I probably made like $8 in 3 hours after the gas. So I haven't done that again. There's been a few more days that I've thought about it, and I'm just like, no, screw this. I wasted those like 3 hours of my life. So when it's really, really bad, I'll just like go home. That's a better thing to do anyways, because there's days that it's like really up and down. There's days that I could go work for like 5 hours straight and stay busy, and then the same day the next week, like a Friday night or something, might be completely dead. So it's better to just stay open and then make really good money the days you can, and then just go home the days that it looks like you can't. And then it's a, you know, pretty good job. I wouldn't mind having something else, but there's not. Even for Christmas time, there's not any places hiring here, or not very many places. It was like last Christmas, there was probably like freaking 4 times as many places hiring. It's, you know, it's a bit dead. So I looked at jobs and couldn't find anything better than just doing DoorDash really. That wouldn't just, you know, suck really bad. And it's been pretty busy up until like the cyclone came by. And I'm sure it'll recover, so. I just get extra time to stream and stuff, which, you know, I'm happy about. Yeah, so most of the stuff I found that pays more than like minimum wage, the best paying stuff I found was Amazon, like working for their delivery partners or whatever. There's some of them that are paying like $24 an hour, which is, most of the stuff here is paying like, I think minimum wage here is like 19. Well, for most of the cities it's like $19 an hour, and that's mostly what everybody's paying. Some of the Amazon places are paying like $24 an hour, but you work 10-hour days. And I don't know if my leg could actually handle that. My knee doesn't bother me anymore, but if I had a 10-hour day and I got a route where it was only apartment complexes, because like I did that a few times when I worked for UPS. Like there was a few days and the only deliveries I had were like 3 different apartment complexes, and like I spent like 6 hours just walking up and down the stairs delivering packages to apartment complexes. And I don't know if I have my leg built up good enough to do that, like, you know, 8 to 10 or 10 hours of a lot of stairs. So yo, UPS, the first week my feet killed me and my legs, but after about a week I recovered. By the time I had the apartment complex day, I had some easier stuff like with apartment complexes, but not where that's the only thing I did. And by the time I had, that was 1 week, I think there was 3 days that week, I had days that I only delivered to apartment complexes. It was freaking horrible. But my legs had gotten used to walking like, I think according to my Fitbit, when I was doing UPS, I was walking like 18 or 19,000 steps a day, most of the days, which is like double what I normally walk any other time. Like even when I go on a walk today, I probably won't even walk like 10,000 steps, and I was walking like, you know, almost 20. And there's so many complexes around here. UPS, I didn't do 10-hour days hardly. Most of them were like, it was like part-time. Most of them were 5 or 6 hour days. I did one 12-hour day one day when they had extra stuff for me to do. But like I'm just don't know. I don't think my legs are in good enough shape, or my knee that I hurt is in good enough shape to just throw myself into 10-hour days of delivering Amazon packages. Or I would apply for one of those and work, that until Christmas. And then most of the other high-paying stuff I found that is paying like $23 or $4 an hour, where it would actually be better in DoorDash, is there's some stores hiring, but most of them, they want customer service job experience, and I kind of have customer service experience, not quite the store kind. I also, for customer service in the store, if you're like doing actual customer service, I also don't think I have the attitude to do that all day and not get fired. It would be easier if I had to, deal with people and not get mad if I was just not gonna have a job, but it would still be, very hard. So, that's kind of why I hadn't. There's either stuff that I'm not sure my leg would, I'm not a very tactical person. And if I work really hard at it, I can, for at least a little bit, I think. At least I like to think that. But I don't know about, 8 hours a day. I don't think I'm a good fit for a customer service type of job. Exactly. Not if it's like customer service or running a cash register or something where you're just constantly dealing with people. I don't think I could do that without just getting so socially drained that I just don't want to be alive anymore. So that's kind of why I hadn't done that, because there's way, way, way less jobs, and they're all either like, I thought about doing UPS again where I delivered out of my car, but they are only paying $21 an hour, which is way less than they did 2 years ago when I did it. And they do pay you mileage, but that's a lot of wear and tear in your car. Like, it's way worse than DoorDash, because you have like some pretty heavy packages on a lot of them, and it like really weighs your car down. Like, my car would have noticeably harder times pulling up the like steep hills here, and so that's actually, when you figure in the wear and tear in your car, like worse money than it might be more hours, but it's definitely worse money. So I kind of looked around and then just decided I was just better off, at least for right now, assuming DoorDash picks back up, just doing DoorDash. And well, there's still some stuff that we were trying to get rid of that I need to sell on like eBay and stuff like that. Yeah. I've still been looking some. If something nice comes up that I think is actually, I'd be better off, I'll probably go get a job, because if it was something with regular hours every week, I would like that, because I like DoorDash that you can work whenever you want to, but I also, if you need to work every time it's busy, you can't really. You have to work every time it's busy. It's like, so like really, if I want to stream in the evenings, I have to, unless it's the evening that dies, I have to choose, well, do I want to just not work as long as I could have and then just not be able to work as many hours, or do I want to go home early and stream and stuff like that. I don't really like really ideally needing to work 7 days a week, at least to make the most money. Like, I can work fewer days and more hours, but you make way more money during the like dinner rush. So if I'm gonna work like, say, like 20 hours in a week or something, and there's only 20 hours where it's really busy, where you make good money, then you have to work 7 days a week pretty much to get all the, to really make the most money. But a lot of days that's been fine anyways. There's been quite a few days where I've gone out at like 5 o'clock and worked until like 7, and that's like a really, really busy time, and made really good money for 2 hours, and then went home and like still had time to go stream Beat Saber and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's mostly been nice. I mean, I shouldn't really complain about it, because it's a pretty nice thing to do. I guess I'm not really trying to complain about it, I was just talking. I guess I should go in Costco though. But yeah, I mean, I don't really mind my life how it is right now, job-wise and stuff. We might, eventually, I just really have to get some kind of job if Beryl doesn't find one before her unemployment is over, or we just wouldn't be able to live in our house. But, Plus, my knee has been... I've done a lot of stairs doing DoorDash, and my knee is still getting just, like, better and better. It seems like I'm getting more and more into, better shape. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll leave. I'm doing just chatting some like I was at Beat Saber. I felt especially chatty yesterday and today. I used to feel like that more when I streamed. I think I used to talk kind of more. Or maybe I didn't, but I actually wanted to talk more instead of trying to force myself. I have felt noticeably less emotionally drained or socially drained, I guess. Or not really socially drained at all, or seems like for the last couple of years I have felt socially drained more than, say, like back when I used to stream a lot. So it's just been weird. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, bitch. I'm not gonna raid anybody since I think it's probably just you here. So I think I will just stop the stream. So I hope you have a nice rest of your evening. Or nice, yeah, whatever you do. And if anyone else is here, I hope you do too. Anyway, bye. I just need to type in chat to end it. Wait, what did that? BB for bye bye. I didn't have chat pulled up. I'm almost, is that B flat? Is that what like a B flat would be? Because that's really what it sounded like TTS said. Thanks. There's spaces over there I can see. Like, it's actually gotten less busy, like, noticeably since I left. There's empty spaces, and there's less people driving around looking for spaces. Yeah, I just heard B flat, and I'm like, WTF did I just hear? And then chat loaded up, and I saw it was BB. Freaking, this TTS is weird. I really wish stream could hear it. There's some really strange stuff that it says compared to like the one I use on my computer, like saying stuff like any other one I've ever used would have just said BB, and this one said B flat. All right. Yeah, anyways, it's nice talking to everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Again, remember anything. So, bye. Oh, wait. I deleted it.